afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Mother's Lab Foundation, I take this opportunity to welcome you for the 2 days workshop at Sawella Lodge, Naivasha. Mother's Lab Foundation is an NGO whose activities are focused on women empowerment, particularly Asian and Muslim women, orphans, widows, and vulnerable members of the society. This is truly a celebration of the contributions women make in every aspect of life. In the home, on the job, in their communities, as mothers, wives, sisters, daughters, learners, workers, citizens, and leaders. What we are learning around the world is that if women are healthy and educated, nations will flourish. The great challenge of this conference is to give voice to women, everywhere whose experiences go unnoticed, whose words go unheard. Women comprise more than half of the world's population. Women are 70% of the world's poor and 2/3 of those who are not taught to read and write. Women also are dying from diseases that should have been prevented or treated. As a Kenyan, I want to speak up for women in my own country, women who are raising children on the minimum wage, women who can't afford health care or child care, women whose lives are threatened by violence, including violence in their own homes. We need to understand that there is no formula for how women should lead their lives. That is why we must respect the choices that each woman makes for herself and her family. Every woman deserves the chance to realize her God-given potential. We also must recognize that women will never gain full dignity until their human rights are respected and protected. No one should be forced to remain silent for fear of religious or political persecution, arrest, abuse, or torture. Tragically, women are most often the ones whose human rights are violated. It is a violation of human rights when women and girls are sold into the slavery of prostitution. It is a violation of human rights when young girls are brutalized by the painful and degrading practice of genital mutilation. If there is one message that echoes forth from this conference, it is that human rights are women's rights, and women's rights are human rights. Let us not forget that among those rights are the right to speak freely and the right to be heard. Women must enjoy the right to participate fully in the social and political lives of their countries if we want freedom and democracy to thrive and endure. And let us heed the call so that we can create a world in which every woman is treated with respect and dignity. Every boy and girl is loved and cared for equally, and every family has the hope of a strong and stable future. Thank you very much for joining us all. God's blessings on you, your work, and all who will benefit from this conference today. Why we are emphasizing on the Asian women and Muslim women, because it's a marginalized society, and we want our voices to be heard. That is the main reason for emphasizing on the Asian and Muslim women in particular.
They've nowhere to go.
They have no place. It's the stigma issue that has been pending for years with the Muslim women and the Asian women in particular. So their voices must be heard. And with the new constitution that is there, I'm sure this is a way forward.
Two particular areas that maybe where they've been marginalized.
They are marginalized on, for instance, the Muslim women on inheritance issues, divorce issues, sexual abuse, violence, and etc. Arranged marriages, we have temporary marriages which are against the Islamic Sharia. There is no such thing called temporary marriage in Islam. Forced marriages, arranged marriages, female genital mutilation of young girls.
You're marrying someone you don't
you're married to somebody you don't know. You end up with this person. You're in a divorce dilemma. You end up in the high courts of Kenya, and then you're told, okay, it's the Islamic Sharia that applies. We have nothing against the Islamic Sharia. Islamic Sharia allows Muslim women, it gives rights to Muslim women. It's just that the Muslim women are not aware of those rights. And we want to bring awareness. Islam has given women the rights, full rights. There is no such thing that there is no equality in Islam as far as Muslim women are concerned. There is no such thing. But it is the awareness, it's the stigma that has made people stay away from this, not to expose themselves.
You have talked of arranged marriages. How serious is the problem? And is it among the Muslim or Christian?
It's there. It's both.
Your parents arrange for your partner. You don't know.
Your parents arrange for it, and the girls are forced. Some of the girls, the Muslim women, are forced into so many issues. Like in at the coast, we have a lot of drug issues. There's drugs there. There's prostitution there. All sorts of things are happening. And we want to change.
Nowhere to report, no one to support.
Are you telling us that you are against these arranged forced marriages? They should come to an end. Muslim Asian girls should be given a choice to make.
A Muslim woman is always given a choice to either choose or refuse. It is very clear in the Holy Quran. Nobody can come and tell you that a woman is forced, but it's circumstances, traditions, culture bind in with it, and they are forced into these things. Islam does not prohibit. It gives you the right to choose or refuse the man you wish to marry.
As an organization, what are you doing about those voices you talked about?
Well, we have started with this foundation. We are now contacting, we've already got in touch with the scholars, the Muslim scholars, the Majlis Ulama. We are also getting in touch with the Asian foundations, the Sikh Society, the Hindu Society, and we want to work together.
And
we want to join hands and work together.
And what we are doing so far at the moment is that we want